A very good morning to all of you, our lovely viewers watching us on SOATV. Karibuni sana 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 sana. It's always a pleasure to have you on set with me every lovely Thursday morning whenever I come your way on your TV screens with this beautiful show that I call Royalty Divine Women's Show. And I'm excited as usual to come your way, coming with the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ, that indeed Jesus saves and is the truth, and he is the light and the way. Whenever you encounter Jesus in your life, you are set and sure that your life is on the right track of destiny. Praise God and praise God. Where are you watching me from this lovely morning? I believe that you're watching me from somewhere, maybe your office, maybe on your way to work, maybe at home, maybe at your business premises. Wherever you're watching me from this lovely day, karibu sana. Please give yourself a hearty hand clap for being part of this great show this morning. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt, your life can never remain the same again. You will be impacted, you will be mentored, you will be molded to become the best version of a woman that God intended for you to be. And I'm excited that you're here with me this lovely day. I always say that every day you see the sun, every day you see the morning, it is a sure sign that God has given you an opportunity to make better your life for today and into your future in the name of Jesus Christ. So go today and do your best. Make your destiny count, and the Lord shall indeed be your help in Jesus' mighty name. Once again this day, I'm on set with a beautiful woman, a woman that has come all the way from the beautiful land of Nakuru, and I'm certain that she's gonna be a blessing with her story. Today we are again on the segment of Scars to Stars, and I have my guest with me on set. She'll introduce herself. I've already sensed her heart. She has a beautiful spirit, a very calm spirit, a very beautiful, the way you sing her physically, it is exactly the way her spirit is. And I'm excited that she honored my invitation to be on set with me to give her story, a very touching story that she'll be able to share with all of you and make your life, get hope. Everything that she has gone through, she has come out and she's still alive. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt, her story is one that will give you hope and give you a 360-degree turn around. Please put your hands together and welcome my guest on set with me this lovely morning. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes, indeed, you're beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You are glowing with the grace of God.
Amen.
And I'm excited that you honored, my invite to come and be with me today on set.
Yes.
Nimefurahi sana 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 sana. Coming all the way from Nakuru is no joke.
Yes.
There is distance, there is time, there is transport, and there is you leaving everything just to come and be here with us this morning. And I really, really appreciate. And please feel at the feet of Jesus. We are here. This is Sound of Abundance TV. Karibu sana 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 sana.
Asante.
Please let us know your names, your beautiful names, and where you come from, and just tell us about you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Once again, SOATV, and my pastor here,
Pastor Julie.
Pastor Julie. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
God bless you, and I feel at home here. And first of all, before I go far, my name is Shee Gathumbi.
Wow.
Or Lydia Wajiro Gathumbi. She comes from Wajiro. And I'm from Nyeri, Odaya, but I live at Nakuru.
Wow.
That's where I came from today in the morning.
Yeah. Wow, that is awesome. We once lived in Nakuru, and that time Nakuru was termed as the cleanest city in town in Kenya. Was it in Kenya? Even today it is still.
Yeah.
Nakuru had some certain kind of cleanliness. Ilikuwa tu safi. It's still clean, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, we once lived there for 1 year, me and my family, and it was a beautiful time we had there.
Wow, that's great to know.
Yeah, karibu sana. Thank you
Asante.
once again for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for sacrificing to be here. This is Royalty Divine,
Oh, yes.
a women's show that is entirely meant to mold, inspire, mentor, and make the woman become the best version that God intended for her. Women are people of great virtue. Women are people of great, greatness. Greatness dwells in them.
Oh, yes.
They receive, they incubate, and they deliver a living being. And so there are women, there are people who need to be nurtured, and so much is inside of them. So Royalty Divine is just, that platform that wants to remove that thing that is in the woman, that is imefichwa uko na the cocoon of fear, the cocoon of bad past, the cocoon of bad present, the cocoon of challenges of life and all that. So this is a women's show, and I believe you being here and being a woman, you're going to touch someone's life. You're going to impact them. You're going to give them hope with your story. Because today we are here to hear your story. And I'm certain that story, that I had, someone's life has to be turned around and changed to the glory of the Almighty God. So going very quickly to your story, Scars to Stars is just about testimonials, whereby you tell us about what you have gone through, what your life has been about, and the star of I can already see something beautiful in front of us. That is your product, and I believe that by your story you'll be able to take us through to exactly how you came to having this beautiful set that we are having in front of us this lovely day. So very quickly, tell us your background, how you were born. You're from a family of how many? Are your parents alive? Are you married? Just tell us about Shee from, I love it. I love the Shee. It's beautiful. More than Lydia and more than Gathumbi. Just tell us about your childhood background.
I was brought up in a family of 9. I have mother, my father, they are alive even today. And I'm the fourth born of the family, being the first girl.
Oh, you're the first girl.
So I grew up in a family where I see my mother struggling. I saw my mother struggling with the responsibilities. And my father was there, and he was able, but he was not providing wholeheartedly. So I grew up wanting to help my siblings and also wanting to help my mother. At that time, even duty calls.
I know.
So you have to be there, whether you like it or not. So I was taking some of the responsibility of my mother, and I felt like I was denied, some time of my childhood. So I grew up with that mentality.
Okay, let me ask you, how did, at what age was that responsibility? When did it start dawning on you? Around what age? Primary, what age?
If I can remember very well, we were used to even taking care of the children behind us, like our siblings, taking care of them when our mother are not around, when the parents are not around. So that started in a younger age. Primary level, let's just say. Primary level.
Okay. So apparently nine kids. That's awesome. Mko wengi vizuri.
Tuko wengi.
And it's, having a big family is a blessing also. But also, probably that's the reason as to why Daddy was not able to take care of all of you well. Because, the number was a little big. Would you say that was it, or it was just his nature that, watoto ni wa mama?
It was kind of like that, because it was not happening only in my family. Even today I see men avoiding their responsibilities. So it's like a trend. You see, so the woman is, like left to take all the responsibilities of the family.
That's right.
Bringing them up and even providing for them. What that should not be. For me, I feel like that is not supposed to be, because God brought the two to be like helping each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned and you said that you got into the responsibility of your mother way too early. What were those responsibilities? Was it house chores? What was it?
Yeah, it was house chores and, like, you know, being there, because my mother was not always there, because at times she could go to look for the bread,
breadwinner,
and also for the school fees, and
for 9 kids,
my
God,
and at the same time, my mother was bitter. Because my father was supposed to be providing,
and he was not,
and he was able, and he was not providing. So at times, if we made something, if we made mistakes, we could be beaten, you know, and we could feel, you know, like it is out of bitterness.
That's
like today I know, and not at that time, but today I see that she was not doing it alone. She was having that bitterness. It was like a pattern.
So is she alive? Is your mom alive?
Yeah, she is alive. Wow. And I love her so much.
I know right now as a mother, because you will tell us, you know, you were along the way you became a mother, you understand that what she was doing was out of love, and out of also of stress and pressure of life and all that. Oh, that's awesome. So your childhood, was it a normal childhood growing up? Just carry on the story now.
So my childhood was not like, for me it was not normal, because I feel when other kids were praying, I would be doing, you know, the duties of the family, you know, what I was supposed to do. So I did not even know my hobbies or my talents. I did not realize any potential that was inside me. So when I grew up to be a teenager, I wanted to move out, or to, you know, to be loved. When you are a young teenage, you are a girl, you want to feel loved. So I got an attention from a man. At that time I was in Form 2, and he was older than me. So
how old? Out of school?
Yeah, he was even out of school. So
the
he
things
was
men
older.
do. Sasa anatafuta nini kwa school girl? So
so it was like, so for me it was like an escape. I felt like I needed to move out a lot, you know, in this pit of a lot of problems. There is poverty, there is responsibilities, and there is no happiness, there is no love, there is no peace, and I felt like it is now time to move on, like to get married, to be loved.
Imagine at Form 2.
I thought that was what would happen later. So after that I got pregnant.
For the same man?
And I got pregnant when I was 17 years old. And that did not go well with my mother, because my mother was really trying in our family. And she was the one who was carrying that burden for our family. So it also brought pressure to her again. And at that time, all she wanted was for her children to be people in the society. So she was trying, and she was like, she didn't want me to you know, not to leave school. She wanted me to complete school. So when I went back at home, she noticed. Oh,
she noticed the pregnancy.
Were
you in boarding school or day school?
At that time I was in day school.
Okay.
So there was, you know, like when you are young teenage, you have friends. So at that time I had friends, but I can't say that it is peer pressure that I got into that man.
Yeah.
It was just me, and maybe I don't know how to call it. Maybe it is just fate.
Yeah.
And when I went, it was only one day that I went to see that man, and it happened that I am pregnant.
Yeah.
And after that, when I went back home, now my mother knew that I was very active because I was doing everything at home, farming, taking care of our cows and goats, and also taking care of the other children.
All of a sudden, ungeweza.
Yeah, so it happened that I am always lazy, and she wanted to know what is happening. And she told me we should go to the hospital. Yeah.
So it was not showing at that time?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was even younger than you can think.
Hey,
yeah,
that is a true mother. 9 kids, no joke experience.
Yeah. So it was like 3 weeks old. And we went into the hospital. And I remember when I was there at the receptionist, and my mother was inside in consultation room. Yeah, she was speaking to the doctor, and the doctor told her, if she's really pregnant, go and beat her well. Yeah, really? So I was listening, and I knew my mother. She was
tough. Yeah,
she was very, very tough. When it comes to beating, she will beat you like there's no tomorrow. So I stayed there, and I was very, very yani nilikuwa najua kabisa I'm not pregnant.
Oh, you were sure?
Yeah, I was sure that I was not pregnant. So wakati nilichukua hizo test, nikafikiria it will be negative. Yeah. So unfortunately it was positive. Yeah. And because I overheard the conversation, the doctor and my mother, my mother came out, and then she showed me, and I was like, what? I wondered, and I was like, now I don't know. I was inside my head thinking and looking for a solution, but I couldn't figure any solution. And so when we went outside, my mother suggested that we go in a hotel. Yeah. And I told her, I don't feel like going in a hotel, so do this, give me my money, I go buy something I want to go buy outside the hotel.
Still she was calm?
Yeah. So when she was inside the hotel taking tea, I fled. I took a car, I took a matatu and went to the guy. And I told him that me, I am this and that.
Yes.
And it is like this. And he told me, no, you can't tell anybody because you are a minor. And if you tell it to your parents that it is me, they will take me to police. Yeah. So you just go back to school because it is not showing. And then I went, like I was so naive. Yeah. I went back home. And my mother was there waiting for me. This time she did not beat me. Yeah. And she asked me, what do you want? Like, do you want to go back to school? And I said yes. Yeah. I want to go back to school. But my mother told me, if you want to go back to school, you have to take me to that guy. And so that we can know what the way forward. So my mother could not even tell my dad. Yeah. Because she was feeling very, frustrated and at the same time embarrassed. So she took me to the guy. Yeah. But it did not go well. Okay. Because the guy rejected me. Oh. Yeah.
In front of your mother?
In front of my mother. Yeah. So I think that was the biggest fall I ever had in my life. Yeah. And as we were going back home, we were not even talking to each other.
I know.
Because it was bad. Yeah. And so we went home. And my mother did not change her mind about me.
Yeah.
Because I think parents are parents.
I know.
They keep loving
Especially
you.
mothers.
Even when you are, you are not, even when you cannot even love yourself.
That's right.
I decided to go back to school.
Yeah.
And this time.
So you gave birth?
Yeah,
you carried your pregnancy. How did your father take the news? How did your siblings take the news? Because eventually the pregnancy had to show.
Yeah, so I went back to school. Yeah. When I left the the guy now, we went back home and we planned about it. Yeah. And I went back to school. Yeah. That day school still.
Yeah. Oh, day school, yes.
Yeah. I continued to go to school. Yeah. And until the pregnancy was 8 months old.
And the school had not noticed? Or they were okay with it?
I think they noticed, or maybe they didn't. Because the only day that I was noticed, it was this day that we were having games in the field. And I had to request, you know, like a permission to go home, because I was avoiding wearing those
t-shirts and
stuff. Those costumes. So I told my teacher on duty to give me permission, because I'm not feeling well. Especially I was having stomach aches. So she was a woman, and I think her attention focused on my stomach. And she was like, what? Maybe she is like, you know, I think they had rumors, but they were, they didn't have a confirmation. Yeah. So she noticed the principal, and I was called into the principal's office.
That's right.
And when I went there, the principal asked me if I was pregnant, and I was telling him no. Yeah. And he told me, if you keep denying that you're not pregnant, I will take you to your home. Yeah. And then I will not allow you to come back to school. Yeah. So I was like, I didn't want to make it a big deal. Yeah. So I told him, because I knew even my mother is aware about it. So, and he gave me courage somehow, because
you told him the truth. Yeah. You accepted.
He told me that this Lydia is your product. And I know of many girls here who have you know, who have aborted, but don't go that way, because one day you will be proud of your product.
Wow, just hold it right there. We are going on a short break. The second part of the story is wow. Please don't touch that dial. A young girl becomes pregnant at the age of 17 and apparently is received very, very well by the mother. Mothers are always caring and loving. That is the story of our guest on set this morning. And if you have happened to miss the first part of the story, please make sure you go to Juliet Banadakama on YouTube channel and get the full story right there immediately after this program. Karibu sana once again, Lydia.
Asante sana.
So you had a very, you became a quote-unquote young mom at, you know, at a very young age. And also, you know, with your childhood, you discover that you had the responsibilities, you carried the load of your mother being the first born girl in your family. Okay, so here you are, you have you know, brought the news to the daddy of the baby, and the baby rejects you, and the teacher now has realized that you are pregnant. Carry on from there. What becomes of your life then after that?
So after that, we were almost crossing the school. It was like 2 days to go. So I did not even, when I got the permission to go to the hospital, I did not go back to school, and I went home, and it was the April holiday. So I stayed there, and in March I gave birth to my son.
May.
Yeah, sure. In May, sorry. I gave birth to my son. And I stayed at home for 1 month.
Okay.
And after that, by God's grace, I was given a sponsorship.
Yeah.
And I went back to school, but I went in a boarding school this time.
1 month after you left a small baby with mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I left now the baby with my mother.
Yeah.
And to make the matter worse is that my mother was also pregnant. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So my mother also gave birth after 1 month.
My God.
So we had 2 children at the same time.
And then she was taking care of them. My God.
Yeah.
So you went to boarding?
Yeah. I went to boarding, but it did not go well because sometimes I could even go to school without shopping. So even getting the attention from men was an advantage for me because I could be able, they could be able to give me money.
Okay.
So that's how I was introduced into, you know, having men in my life and having that privilege and being given money.
Yeah.
And at times, I was in Form 3.
Yeah.
And in Form 4, I already knew that I can be given money by men. So I did not stay at home even when I completed Form 4. I moved to Nakuru.
Yeah.
And
home was in Nyeri.
Yeah. And I moved into Nakuru with no job, but I had friends. Yeah, but even before that, I knew, when I was in Form 4, I knew even how to go to clubbing. I knew how to be given money by men. So I was like, it was starting, but still I knew it a little. So when I was in Nakuru, I had no job. I wanted to live life like other people. So my friend introduced me also into that life well, and she showed me around. And that's how I got into prostitution. And it was, in first, it was fun. Because it is entertaining. It is good when you are seeing it, but it is bad when you get deeper into it. I didn't know that. And one of, I think one of the greatest enemy of man is not knowing that we carry this mind. And there is things that you keep seeing, keep hearing, keep doing, and you get addicted into it.
That's right.
So I didn't know that I was getting addicted into those habits.
Okay, let me ask, what was addictive? Was it the action or the money?
What was addictive is money and easy life and entertainment. You know,
because you would go clubbing,
and
get
having fun. That is what is addictive. Because for sure, like a human being, we have a guilty conscience that is telling us do not do the wrong thing, but we keep doing the wrong things because we are only humans.
That's right.
So at that time, I was getting deep into it, and I went far because I went like 5 years into it, and then getting introduced to even dragging men. And that one was even bad because you will drag, you will meet a man in the club, and when you meet him, you will be drinking, and then all of a sudden you will take that drug and put it in the drinks. And
when they are definitely that one hapo ni kama umeruka kidogo before why were you doing this? Was the responsibility that you had all the way from childhood? Did it follow you after you gave birth to your son, after you completed Form 4, or now this lifestyle now that was an introduction by your friends was just a lifestyle? or were you doing it for responsibility, meeting up your needs?
Now, this, I told you from the beginning that this is a mindset. So I was doing it because I knew that I have responsibilities over my family and over my child. So I am like, I don't have anything else to do. If I go look for job, there's no jobs. Or maybe I know how to get this money.
Easy money.
And it is easy money. It is coming very fast. And now I'm like addicted into it. And so when I get that money, I save money at home, and also I keep some for myself.
Of course.
And it helped me because I even took my child from home. And I started living with my child.
Were you doing those things in his presence or outside?
Outside.
Okay. So he never got to know what work mom does.
But he was getting, like he was growing up.
He could pick one or two. At a particular age, what age was he?
He was, when I took him, he was 2 years old.
Okay.
And so I continued staying with my son. And I found a guy who also loved me. And he started taking care of us, but he was also married. And in the middle of taking care of us, he realized that I'm not satisfied with the retro money. Because he was not having that a lot of money. So he told me that there is a group he know, and they can also, he can go back and they can collaborate. And they can go for a work, and he can bring me some money to keep some business.
So did you meet the guy on the quote-unquote prostitution times, or you just met on a normal setup?
Yes, I met him in a club.
Oh, you met him in a club? Okay. Did he know that was what you were doing at that particular?
He knew.
Oh, he knew. But now he wanted you to settle down with him as a wife? Okay. But you were not satisfied. So when you were with him, did you live with him at a particular time, like 1 year, 2 years or so?
I lived with him like a boyfriend. And he loved me. But for me, I didn't love him. Because I was always fearing that I would love someone.
The pain.
And he would hurt me. So I was always emotionally withdrawn.
There was no connection.
There was no connection. So he go out and he robs somewhere, and he comes with the money.
He was a thief.
He was not a thief, but he was doing that before, and then he goes back because of me. Now he wants me to keep a business so that I can stay home and I can stop doing whatever I'm doing.
So question, as you were living with him now as a boyfriend, it's like a husband setup, husband and wife setup. So you still were doing prostitution.
Yes.
To go and get and he knew.
And he knew. At that time I was dragging people.
He had the dragging now had already come in. Still in Nakuru. But
he did not know that I was dragging.
That one was now secretly
for me.
You mentioned that you the group of friends that you had are the ones that now introduced you to this other new level. Aside from sleeping with men, now they introduced you to dragging men. Just tell us how it came about.
We met these friends at a club. They were from Nairobi. Here now. And
this city.
And now they told us, instead of men taking advantage of you, you can take advantage of them before they do that. So here, and you will be having so much money. So it was a good idea.
Imagine.
So I took it. So when I started dragging people, all men, let me say men, when I started dragging men, I did that. I could steal a lot of money, even 200K.
A night?
From
1 man.
But that money did not help me.
Yeah.
Because it came, found a lot of problems, paying bills, debts, yeah, and fun, and maybe helping the family, and my child, yeah. And then, because maybe this is an easy money, you hope that tomorrow also
you'll get
some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a habit, it was a trend, you know, it was a pattern, and it was a lot about to do with just chasing the weed and vanity and not doing anything productive.
Yeah.
It was bad because sometimes you may even, I may even meet some bad people, and maybe we will, you know, have conflictions, and it would not even go good.
Okay.
Yeah.
One incident that went bad?
There was this incident, I remember very well. I went into a club and this guy liked me and he took me and we went into the room.
Yeah.
And now I want to drag him.
Yes.
And I have my you know, I have already brought with me a drink.
Yeah.
So
for him.
Yeah, for him. So he did not take.
Okay.
He did not take.
Yeah.
And he want to sleep with me.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to sleep with me.
Yeah.
So he started beating me. And all of a sudden the guard came.
Yeah.
And saved
in the room.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And saved me.
Yeah.
And I got out of the room. Yeah.
Did he, maybe he had an idea that that drink was drugged?
He did not know.
He did not know.
He wanted to sleep with me.
Oh, so he did not want, you know, any other way.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Huyo tuseme tu ni Mungu alimsaidia ama. Yeah, tuseme tu ni Mungu alimsaidia akaponyoka.
Yeah.
He was not drugged.
Yeah.
But apparently yeah, that lifestyle now was the next after now the prostitution. How long did you do it?
I did it almost now the everything the at that course I did it like 9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
The dragging or both?
Yeah, and I thank God because today yes, there is memories, and there is scars, but there is a lot that I could have gone through, and God prevented it.
That's right.
Yeah, because even that life of prostitution sometimes can even bring even the diseases. Yeah. And I did not get that.
You escaped. I escaped. Wow. Yeah. That was God. That was absolutely God. And we really thank God for it. How did you come out of it? Or did you come out? Let me ask that question. How did you come out if you came out?
So there was this time, at that time I was in Nairobi. I was staying in Nairobi. And I went into a particular club. Yeah. I was very desperate. At that time I wanted now to leave the industry.
Yeah, you were tired.
I'm tired. I'm even sick. I have blood pressure. Oh. Because now I'm like, the time has gone. I've not done anything productive. And I'm like, my son is growing up. I don't want him to grow in this environment. And I don't know what to do. So I was brought up. I remember now I want to tell you that I forgot to tell you that I was brought up in church. So I remembered the like prayers. I knew how to pray, to read the Bible. And now I'm praying to God, please God, change my life. And I'm like, remember, even if you don't remember me, you remember my mom, because she have always been dedicated to you, and please change my life. So I went into that. One night I went into that club, and it happened that even the money that I had, I spent all of it. I drink the beer, and then there is nothing. Even fare I don't have.
Let me ask,
Yeah.
In that manner of lifestyle, so you take yourself to a specific club, or there are different clubs? And aside from drinking, were you doing drugs also?
No.
Were you into any drugs?
I was not doing any drugs.
Yeah.
And I can go to any particular club I want.
Okay. Alone or with a group of girls?
I can go alone. I didn't like to go with a group of girls. I liked my own company.
Yeah.
So I'm like there, it's 5 in the morning, and I'm drunk.
Yeah, completely.
I'm drunk. So I'm seated in the counter, and there is a guy who is approaching me and telling me he will buy me a drink. So I tell him to buy me. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, with the alcohol now, yeah, I took the drug and I put it into his drink. And the counter, there is a counter there, yeah, and the waiters are watching. I'm drunk, they are not drunk.
Yeah, they are seeing.
So the guy wasn't at the toilet at that time. So when he comes back, the waiter calls him and tell him, do not drink that drink.
Yeah.
So after that, it was made like a drama, yeah, or a video or something. Yeah. Now they are calling the police on me. Yeah. And I was taken to the police. Oh. And I was drunk. So I went in the police station, in the cell, and I had first of all to sleep. So after I had woke up, I am starting now to call my sister, come and help me. And she comes and she tries to solve the problem. Yeah. The guy was called and she accepted the money that was being offered.
How much was it? How much did you offer?
He was saying that he wants 10K. He was given. Yeah. But he said, the OCS said no. Yeah. This case, I'm not leaving it here. Yeah. It have to go to the court. Yeah. So that this lady will never do this again to anybody else. So I was taken to the court. Yeah. The next day, it was Monday. Yeah. That was Sunday. I was taken to the court on Monday. Yeah. So at that time, nobody came, and my family. Yeah. And then the board that I was given, yeah, I was given 200K for a board. I didn't have.
Imagine.
So I had to go to prison. Yeah. In prison, I stayed for seven months.
Okay.
After that, my mother was ready to give the title deed. Yeah. Of her mother. Yeah. So that I can get
your grandmother now.
Yeah. So that I can get out of the prison. Yeah. But it was denied. So after it was denied, I told my sister to contact the guy whom I wronged. Yeah. So that he can maybe forgive me or something. Yeah. And because I was really praying in the prison, yeah, I was really praying and fasting and telling God that I have repented, and I was telling him to change my life. Yeah. And so God gave a solution, and the guy came.
The case.
Yeah, he came and he dropped the case. Yeah. And it was like, now I have to go back home. Yeah. Thinking, what will I do now?
Yeah. Just before you go further, now your family, were they aware of the lifestyle you were living, or it dawned on them when you went to prison?
My mother knew.
Your mother knew you were into prostitution?
Yes. But she tried to always get me out of it. Okay. But she couldn't, because every time I wanted to go back home, still there was so many baggages.
Poverty.
Yeah. They were putting me backwards. Yeah. So I could not do it. And sometimes I remember even there was a time that I went home and there was this French bean company that offered me the plants, I mean the seeds, and the fertilizer.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I had to produce was the farm,
Yeah.
and the manure. And now the labor.
Yeah.
So I did it. And we cooperated, and the beans were very, very nice. They were very good. But what happened is that even the money that was paid after I have harvested my beans, I did not see it.
What happened?
Because my mother took it.
Yeah.
It was written in her name, so she took it, and she said that it was for everything that was going at home.
Yeah.
So you see, those baggages were pulling
You went
me.
back again.
So I went back, because if I'm doing this work in vain, I cannot do it. And I was not even keen to observe those patterns.
Yeah. Yeah. Which prison were you in?
I was in Thika prison.
Thika prison.
Yes.
That particular time you had left during, is this the drug that I hear being called mchele?
Yes.
Oh, it's the mchele thing, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so from the time you were introduced into the mchele business,
Yes.
now you came to Nairobi or you came to Thika?
I came to Nairobi.
You came to Nairobi.
Yes.
So when you were arrested, you were in a club in Thika, or how did you find yourself in that prison?
Yeah, between Thika and Nairobi.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were in prison for how long, and what happened to your son?
So my son was taken by my sister.
Yeah.
And for all that moment, and my mother now, they were taking care of my son at that time.
Yeah.
And so when I went back home from prison,
yeah. How many months were you there?
I was 7 months.
7 months.
When I came home,
yeah,
still I had no other choice.
I know.
But to go back.
You went back.
So I went back.
Yeah.
And still when I went back, it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now I was again arrested. And I was arrested by a guy I stole from 1 year ago.
Haya, akakunotice ama kwa club.
Yeah. So I went back to prison. And when I went back to prison, now it was like my family also is giving up on me. So I'm like, now I'm left in the hands of God.
2 weeks after you went back to prison?
Yes. So I stayed there for 2 months, and I contacted the guy. Still he came, and he forgave me, and he withdrew the case.
You were charged on what account now?
Dragging people. So it was like almost murder. So now the only sign that I saw that this is God who want me to live this life, it was because the prosecutor and the judge who charged me before the first case now was they were the same people who charged me the case.
Second time.
Yeah, the second time. So it was like a wake-up call. Don't go back to that life.
Yes.
And God still gave me another chance because he gave me a job in Egypt.
Okay, before the job in Egypt, how was life in prison?
Life was bad in prison.
Still the same prison, Thika, twice.
Yeah. It was bad, and at the same time, I feel like it was so good. Because at least I got time to reflect
and become sober.
Yes, because I realized that in this life you can be very, very busy chasing money.
I know.
And forget yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. So when I went inside the prison, I had time to reflect and to go back to God. Yeah.
So you gave your life to God or
in
not
prison.
Yet? You did?
Yes.
Wow. The second time or the first time?
The first time.
Ukarudi tena chini?
Yes.
And the second time?
Yes.
Were you serious with the second time, you would say?
Yes, I was so serious. And that is, I think also God wanted to see how serious I am. Because that is when he gave me a job.
Okay. How did the job come about?
My sister, had an opportunity to go to Egypt.
Okay, your younger sister now.
My younger sister
Since
now.
you said you are the first daughter.
And she's the one who was staying with my son.
Yeah.
So she went to Egypt.
Yeah.
And when she got a job opportunity, he also gave me a chance.
The same boss?
Yes. Not the same boss, but that country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she was like, she managed, through her job to pay for me the visa and everything. Yeah.
Wow, so you went there.
Yeah.
What kind of job was it?
The job that I was doing there is housekeeping. Yeah.
Okay. It was well paying and taking care of you and your son.
Yes. Yeah. So I did it for 2 years and I came back home. And when I came back home, I was not looking forward to go back again. But then Corona came. So everything that I have saved, okay, not everything, because I have already done so many things at home. Oh, you had done what? Tell us what you did. We renovated the house of our family. You know. Yeah. And we have educated our children. Right now, my son is in Form 4.
Wow.
Boys. Ooh. At that time, he was starting school.
Oh, that is a very good school, I hear.
Yeah. And my sister have also a Form 3 girl. She is in Odaya Girls too. So we have accomplished so much. And it is God. It is through grace of God that we are here today. Wow. Because we are not consumed.
I know.
Yeah. So when I came back, Corona came.
Yes.
And it stayed for almost a year.
Yes.
So I went back to Egypt again on November 2020. And when I went there, I noticed that I have healed. The bitterness, the hatred, the complaining, the blaming,
it's over. That
victim mindset, I noticed is gone. So I started writing articles in my Facebook, social media platforms. And I could see people resonating with it. And I said, because I want to keep this, maybe I can write a book. So when I was still in Egypt, I wrote this book.
Wonderful. Oh, that is good. I'd like to get how was your walk with God at that particular time? When you left Kenya, you went to Egypt. How was your walk with God?
Let's say that I remember that time because it was very, very intense for me. Because at that time I was judging myself. I could not even look at myself in the mirror because I was denying myself. I could not believe that I myself, I have done all those things. And I could not accept it. So it was a journey of acceptance and forgiveness. And also discovering myself, discovering the potential that God have put in me, discovering the talent and the creativity. And I think that is where this book came from. Because at that time in Egypt, I just wanted to live, an experience. Because I knew that I had so much fear before. Fear of being judged, fear of being seen, even fear of being, comparing myself with others. And I think that was very intense to me because the comparison is also the thief of, your joy. So it was stealing my joy. And now that I have known myself, I cannot compare myself to others. And my journey, I cannot compare the journey of others with mine. Because I know that we all have different time zone to be also blessed. and to also even discover ourselves.
Yeah.
And when that change came,
Yeah.
Before it came, there was a battle in my mind.
Yeah, that God helped you go through.
Yeah,
Which, absolutely, it is unto His glory.
Yes.
Let me ask, how long have you been clean from all the alcohol and that life now?
Let's say like 5 years.
Wow.
Yes.
5 years of cleanliness.
Yes.
5 years of soberness.
Yes.
5 years of living a life that is free of self-judgment and self-victimization and all the things that you went through. And you have said that this is something that you personally did for yourself. So you never went for any counseling anywhere?
I didn't go for counseling,
Yeah.
but I was, I remember I was listening to ministers
Yeah.
of the word. I was also reading books.
Yeah.
And I was reading, at that time I was reading Crashing by T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
I also read books by Sarah Jakes, the daughter of T.D. Jakes.
Sarah Jakes?
Yes. She was, at that time, I could listen to her story.
Yeah.
How she got
a child at 13. Yeah.
So I felt like this battle, it was only mine.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at her,
Yeah.
I knew that even her,
Yeah.
she had fought.
Wow.
So even me, I was so strengthened.
Yeah,
I was
to
so
fight.
inspired.
Yeah.
And I had the strength
Yeah.
to go on. So I was listening to the word.
Yeah.
I was also reading the word for myself.
Yeah.
Fasting.
Yeah.
And also praying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The temptation has never come again.
Yeah.
You said it's an addiction, one,
Yes.
and it's something that you find yourself getting deeper and deeper into it. In those 5 years, the temptation absolutely has never come back again.
Yes, and I think the only thing that have helped me
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
it's because I changed location. I changed location
Yeah.
from where I was
Yeah.
in Kenya. I went to Egypt.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for 2 years, and I go there again, stay for 2 years, and then come back.
Yeah.
That is what helped me heal.
Yeah.
And also want to become the best version of myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is absolutely life transforming, and your story is quite a story. Yeah, and we thank God for you're still here with us.
Yes.
You have said God, ulitoroka. God
Yes.
helped you escape even the diseases
True.
that could have gotten you when you were outside there.
Yes.
All right. I want you to speak to someone.
Yes.
Okay, a lady, a woman, a girl who probably is where you were 5 years ago.
Yes.
Trapped in a certain cocoon.
Yes.
of getting easy money from men, prostitution,
Yes.
a reckless life of drinking and maybe doing drugs.
Yes.
Thank God you never got to do drugs. And also the mchele life.
Yes.
Okay. We know that is something that is very common nowadays.
Yes.
We are hearing it all over, that is what is happening to men.
Yeah.
Outside here. Just look at the camera in front of you and just talk to that girl, talk to that lady, talk to that woman who is hooked up to it.
Yeah.
What is the advantage? What is the disadvantage? And what would you tell them, having been there and now out of there 5 years clean?
Yeah. So that life, I was motivated by, chasing money and just getting easy money.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you, a young girl there, a woman, grown-up woman there, you're not defined by your mistakes.
That's right.
And your yesterday should not define who you are today.
Yes.
Because God got you today, and you came from God.
Yeah.
Your originality is from God. And He's the one who created you.
Yeah.
The Bible says in Jeremiah 1:5 that before I formed you, I knew you.
Yeah.
And I consecrated you, set you apart, and ordained you. And
Yeah.
I made you a prophet over the nation.
Wow.
This word is not talking about a certain kind of group of people, but it's talking to me and you.
Yeah.
So God knew you, even where you are right now. I don't know, maybe you have fallen, maybe you are still down in your mistakes, but I want to tell you that God still loves you unconditionally, because He is your Father and He loves you so much, and He is willing anytime, this minute, to have a reconciliation with you.
Oh, wow.
So your value and your worth only comes from God, not people. Do not listen to the negative opinion of people. They don't define you. God is the only one who defines you. He knows your future. Girl, you're talented, and you also have creativity. You also have potential that you are yet to unleash. So look within you and know that God still dwells with you and dwells in you, because your soul belongs to God no matter what. So just get out of your mind. Do not judge yourself. Forgive yourself. Accept yourself the way you are, and do not hide anymore. Do not hide anymore, because God is asking, where are you, so that I can send you. He wants to send you because He knows that there is something unique inside you that you will take to His people. So dust yourself and stand up, because God has your final word.
Wow, 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 wonderful. That is very intense. Can they reach out to you in case someone wants to talk to you? Maybe they feel that they connect with your story and maybe they want to get a one-on-one with you. Is it possible?
Yes, it's
wow.
possible.
That is an open door that you have gotten. So we'll be able to share her contacts down there, and then maybe you can reach her on her social media handles. We'll also share them down there. You can inbox her. You can go to Instagram and all that, and then you can talk to her one-on-one, and maybe she can help you through the journey. If you're stuck where she was 5 years ago, she has been free, and she is free forever for the past 5 years, going into her future. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt, you, where you are stuck, that kind of lifestyle is not the lifestyle that pleases God. Let's just be frank with it. Yeah?
True.
Is God really intends that you come out of it? And I'm certain that having had our sister right here in the story, she can be able to help you out. Make sure you contact her and make sure you inbox her, and she'll be able to take you out of it by the grace of God. The God that helped her will help you too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. And tell us a little about the book in a nutshell. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Yeah. This to me is very beautiful.
Yeah.
The book is called The Secret Is Out.
Oh yes.
Hey, it is beautiful. It's a very standard book.
Thank you.
Wakenya ampendi kusoma, hii mtasoma. Yeah, you have to read this one. It has very legible writings inside of it, and I'm going to get a copy for myself because I want to know the secret is out.
Oh yes.
Definitely what she has told us here in less than an hour is fully captured in a bigger book. Just tell us about the book and what it is all about.
The book is about my life story.
Yeah.
The life lessons that I have learned.
Yeah.
And like knowing the goodness of the Lord.
Wow.
Because sometimes we stay in that lack mentality, not knowing that there is an abundance mentality.
Yeah.
That God will provide all our needs according to his riches in glory.
Yeah. Wow. It's saying here, switching from the victim mentality to masterpiece mentality.
Oh yes.
What is that?
When I was writing this book,
Yeah.
I was inspired by Jesus Christ and his disciples.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like disciples, we are into that victim mentality.
That's it.
Because if you look at Peter, he is cutting the ear of the guard or the soldier because he's inside that victim mentality. He doesn't want Jesus to complete his purpose.
Yeah.
So this masterpiece mentality is that Jesus will take you. You have to be a follower of Christ.
That's right.
And you have to do like Jesus is doing. Not only doing, you have to think, talk, and also do.
Wow.
So that you can become a masterpiece. Because when you think and you don't, when you think and talk, you don't do, then your life cannot change. But if you think and talk and then do, your life can change. Why? Because it is a habit. If today I say that I will change a habit, today I will stop complaining. Today I will start being grateful. That is a habit that I have made. And that will make me become a masterpiece. Because the more I'm grateful, the more I will see opportunities. And the more I will feel also blessed.
Wow. I absolutely love that. I love already this chapter 8, which is talking about nothing changes until we change. What? It is deep. And you know, very many beautiful things inside here. But personally, I can't wait to, you know, just grasp the wisdom that God dropped in your spirit. I'm at chapter 11, where is courage is the first step. Wow. This book is indeed a masterpiece that will help you move from the victim mentality into the masterpiece mentality. And I love the passion. You know, when a woman discovers herself and the purpose that God has built inside of them, why you are, the passion that comes when you express yourself is beautiful. Have you just seen how she's spoken the last? I've not seen that energy when she was giving the story, you know, because that is past. But now the present is this life that she has shared here, and she's one person that is influencing women and children and other people in our destiny now to become the best version, as she has said that God intends for them to become. You know, when she was talking about it, the passion came out, and she was really bringing it out. If we give her another day, we will talk about this whole book right here, and I'm certain that we will get something deeper and deeper from Shee that are absolutely we could not have ever gotten from this program. So I'd like you to have a parting shot as we round up. Just in 1 second, 2 seconds, just speak to someone, speak to a child, speak to a young girl, high school, being influenced by friends, speak to someone who's influenced, mtu mzima tu, you know, influenced by friends. Just a parting shot as we round up.
I want to talk to you wherever you are. A young adult, a man, a young man, a young woman, a woman, a man. Let me tell you, you are different, you are unique, and you're special. And you cannot control what others do, but you can control only what you do. And there is so many things you can do in this world, but if you don't live your purpose in this world, you cannot be fully happy. So even when you are working, think about loving yourself a little more, and think about discovering yourself a little more, discovering your passion, discovering your hobbies, discovering your potential, that potential that God put. And you know that potential is when you are service to man and your service to God, because you do it with your whole heart.
Wonderful.
So when you do something you love, you do it with your whole heart, and you are happy, and you will live peacefully with God and also with man.
Wow. That has been an awesome time that I've had on set here with my beautiful guest. Her name is Shee. I'd like to stick with Shee. I don't want to mistake the second one or either go to Lydia. She has been an awesome guest with me on Royalty Divine Women's Show, the Scars to Stars segment. I'd like you to promote her. Get this book from her. We're going to put contacts down there. Myself, this is my copy. We're going to put contacts down there that you'll be able to call her and get the full story that she has put down in the book. Parents, please take care of your children. Be in the lives of your children. fathers and mothers. There's that which you can be able to do as a mother, but there's that which also as a father you should be able to do in the lives of your children. From our guest this morning, she has been able to say that the first thing that pushed her to the first man that she had an encounter with is she was looking for love. She was lacking love back at home, and then she became, the broom of her mother. She used to do what should be able to be done by her mother, and that pushed her into so many things that, if not for God, could have been able to destroy her life. So these things at the end of the day, as they say, charity begins at home. True, some of these mistakes that end up messing adults that we are seeing in our destinies, we are seeing in our future, in our now, are things that start from childhood. These things that we are hearing, LGBTQ, these gayism things, these lesbianism things that we are hearing all over, is a mistake that probably started at home. So it's a high time as parents we put our hands. I'm a parent myself. She is a parent. It's a high time we put our hands on raising our children. Raising children is not only on mothers. No. That one I refuse 100%. There's what God intends for you to do as a father in the life of that young girl, in the life of that young man, and you should be able to complete. Parenting is a job for two, and let's salvage our destiny. Let's salvage the generation that we are raising, the children that we are raising, by doing what God expects of us as parents. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt that we are going to raise a healed generation to the glory and honor of the Almighty God. Thank you for having stayed with me for that whole time, listening from to me and my guest from Royalty Divine Women's Show on Scars to Stars. And I know the next show is gonna be bigger and better. Please, before we end, where do we get you on Facebook? Where do we get you on Instagram? And then your contacts.
You can get me on Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube, and and I go by the name Shee Gathumbi, and I talk about depression and growth. Growing to become a better version of yourself. And also my number is 0716 816 248.
Wonderful. Those are the contacts that you can get our lovely Shee with. You can inbox her on Facebook or on Instagram, and also go and subscribe Shee Gathumbi on YouTube. Go right there and subscribe and get the content that she has on YouTube. And as well, buy this book. Buy it for yourself, buy it for your daughter, buy it for a lady in your life, buy it even for a man who is struggling with one thing or the other. And I'm certain that by the grace of God, God will help whoever touches this book in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching Royalty Divine Women's Show, where we build a lasting distinction. Keep watching SOATV, touching lives with the power of love. Shalom. Have a lovely day. God bless you.